Alrighty. This is my very first video, and I'm doing a 365-day challenge inspired by my girl Josette. And I was gonna do this live. I announced that on my Instagram page, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I have 0 right now. So I'm gonna do recording just like the regular old way and then just post it. So anyways, yeah, the 365-day challenge is basically what she was explaining to me today. It's something every day that she's sharing so that she can better herself, and I love that. I've always been about that kind of life, and I was doing something really similar at the beginning of the year, and like anything, it's a practice, right? So I've gotten off and then, jump back on and all that jazz. But I was really like consistent, I would say, for about like 3 months straight, and I can show y'all a little bit of my tracking of how I did that. But I love this as far as like going on YouTube, and eventually hopefully I'll get 1,000 subscribers so that I can actually go live, because I love the idea of the accountability of like posting every single day. And I am kind of that weirdo that will watch people clean their bedrooms to get motivation to clean mine, when I'm on YouTube. Like I'll literally search people house cleaning and it inspires me. So anywho, that's actually what I'm going to be doing today. About 4 years ago, my girl, well, she's my sister-in-law, but like one of my best friends, somebody I love so much, Ilse, she got me the KonMari book, about sparking joy. It's the magical art of tidying up, I believe is the title. But anyways, yeah, I started doing it. It's the first book I ever read in 24 hours. And even though I've read her book, I actually even auditioned for her show because I live here in LA and my husband had seen something on LA Casting and submitted us. I didn't even know what the heck it was for, but on Valentine's Day, we were at Disneyland. He's like, "You have a phone interview for KonMari." And I was like, "What the heck? What are you talking about?" And anyways, I ended up interviewing to get on her show, which is majorly popular on Netflix, and it wasn't out at the time. I didn't even know what was happening, but we didn't end up getting it, and it was because, one, I had already started doing the process, and I knew too much about her, basically, and I was too much of a fan, is what they said. But, I have a little bit of Japanese that I can speak, and they were looking for a Japanese speaker, somebody who could even just say a couple things here and there, because I used to work at Tokyo Disney, and I go back to Japan to teach a lot. But anyways, yeah, I was like so excited to do it because even though I read her book in 24 hours, I started doing her process 4 years ago. I have not fully finished it the way that I really want to. And so that was kind of like my story of being on that show, is to actually like complete the whole process. And it's something that, like, in general I need to work on, is sometimes I'll be like so full out to the smallest detail that it actually holds me back, because then it takes me forever to get something done. So anyways, for today, like Josette, the way she kind of did this was she shared what she wanted to do, and kind of gave tips. And so I'm going to kind of do the same thing, but I also want to like share what, like, where I'm at, what I have challenges with as far as like cleaning and things like that. Because my focus today is that I have a tidy space every day. Like, so in this 365-day challenge, a year from now, it'd be awesome if that no matter what's happening in my life, I can still keep my room tidy and clean and things in their little home. Because it's a challenge for me, and my life is so all over the place, and I'll kind of show you why and explain some things. But yeah, so that is the focus today. And so I'll do kind of what Josette was doing as far as maybe giving tips and what's worked for me, but then also sharing what doesn't work. So if anybody here has tips or tricks or whatever, holla at your girl. And this will be fun. Dang, I'm already like 4 minutes in. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole process of cleaning because that could probably be boring, and the cleaning videos that I do like to watch, they're always in like fast forward, and it does get me moving. So thank you to all the people who clean and kind of post just their adventures of doing it, because for me it needs to be fun, and so I appreciate it when people share that. So hopefully I can share some of that as well. And yeah, so again, I'm gonna kind of like show you guys my room and where I'm at and like the things that I've struggled with. So my goal is to clean today, and that by sharing this I'll continue working on this process every day of making this a practice. Like I just got back from Japan, speaking of Japan, and I've been home since the 31st, and today is August 5th, which is my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Bobby, and my girl Adele. But yeah, this bag is still sitting here. I have yet to unpack it, and I've had the time to do it. I've had a lot of other things going on too, but I've definitely had the time, but I haven't prioritized it. This is my bed, and then all of these things are like gifts that I got, and just things, a couple things that were in my bag, but mainly like gifts that I got from being over there. I have so many friends. I still have piles of clothes on the floor from last night. My girl Adele, who it is her birthday, she also got engaged last night. And these are my clothes that I wore last night, and it would take me 5 seconds to go throw it in the hamper, and I didn't, because that's like a bad habit. I have clothes over here. I go to Vegas tomorrow to work, and these are clothes that I need to take. I have clothes over here because the next day I go to a bachelorette, and these are clothes that I need to take. So I'll kind of leave stuff out, or I'll start packing ahead of time, but then it like makes my room messy. Here's like a good example of even last night I gave Adele a card, and this was around the card that I gave her, and I left it right here because I was in a hurry, but it's like, oh, my trash is right there, and I could literally just like throw it in there. So anyways, yeah, these are things that even though I've been working on them, I still just struggle with them. And so I'm using this as accountability. And then I also just want to share like what has been working for me and what hasn't. So with the KonMari process, like everything is about sparking joy, which is great because overall, like if I do kind of like a quick spin of my room, like those are my books. They're pretty organized. I have like all this stuff, which is my kind of love space, where I have pictures of me and my husband, my desk, which is a hot mess. Oh, she's a hot mess. This bag right here is from Comic-Con. I worked Comic-Con 2 weeks ago, and for the most part all the dirty clothes are out of it. I pulled it out and started washing those like right away, but I have clothes in there that I didn't wear, but I still haven't put them away. Anyways, yeah, so I need to work on just doing things as soon as I get home, even if I'm tired and whatever. But yeah, so kind of going back to my room, like these things do spark joy. This is my makeup area, and I enjoy it, but she's a hot mess right now. I love all my bedding and everything, and so I've done a good job of getting rid of things that don't spark joy anymore, but then keeping the things that do. But I need to, what I've gotten from her method in her book is like having a space, one, that you love, but also two, it's like respecting the things that you have. And I know that in me being able to put things away, organize them, it really is showing a sign of respect. And what I've kind of learned is that there's a quote, and I don't know who said it, but it's like how you do anything is how you do everything. So for me, it's like I have stuff for Palm Springs, and I have stuff from a Hennessy event I just worked, and then I have stuff from, San Clemente. I just went down to visit my family, and the, stuff from Comic-Con. Like all of this is just within the last, like, what, I guess like 2 weeks, even just within this last week. But it's kind of all over the place, and I can see that in so many aspects of my life. So the more that I can get my room organized and respect the things that I own and all of that, it actually gets my entire life organized, and it has me respect everything in my life. And that's what I love. I've been doing a lot of like transformational work for, I mean, honestly, I want to say my whole life. Like my mom, she always listened to Tony Robbins. I always joke that he's like my uncle that I didn't grow up with. And I've done, a ton of courses. I'm actually a certified life coach, and I have really like poured into learning as much as I can about like being like wine, literally like getting better every single day. And that's why I like this challenge. That's why I'm excited for this challenge of just kind of sharing every day something that I'm working on, because I want to be like wine, baby. I want to get better every single year. And I honestly do. I know I'm the best that I've ever been. And any of my old roommates, I've had like 30 of them, and they've all been amazing humans. Every single one. I've been very blessed. But they know, like my old roommates used to call them Lizzie explosions. Like I'd have like a pile of clothes over here and costumes over there, and oh yeah, it's embarrassing, but whatever, it is what it is. So anywho, again, I'm kind of just showing you guys like where I'm at now. I'm going to get all this clean. I'm not going to clean on this live. But like I was saying, if this is something that you have been struggling with too, it's like, one, I recommend reading Marie Kondo's book, or doing the KonMari method. I love her so much, not only because she's Japanese and I am very biased to the Japanese culture, But it literally, out of all of the transformational work that I have done, hands down, hers has made the biggest difference in my life. Even though I'm still in the process of like mastering it, right? Like I obviously still like am not putting everything away in its home, and that's a part of her method, is like each thing has its home and you put it away every night in a sense of gratitude and thanking it for, you know, how it served you. And then she's so cute and she says like to let it rest, and I love that because it's kind of like giving all of your things character, you know, like seeing the energy that they hold and respecting that. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to clean up all of this. And also what I love is that she talks about having it be fun. So for me, I make this fun. I actually don't really listen to music or anything when I'm cleaning. Her method, which I love to follow, is that you kind of get dressed up for the event, and you remember why you're doing what you're doing, and you have an intention behind it. And so my why is that I know that not only will this give me a good space to live in, but it literally will affect every single aspect of my life. Like when we improve in one area of our life, it's literally a domino effect into all areas of our life. And this is something that, it's hard to explain, but it's something that means a lot to me. And it might even be because I'm a Taurus. I don't know if you guys are into astrology or anything like that, but I'm a Taurus, and we are rulers of money and rulers of the home and kind of the material space. And it's something I need to work on too, because I kind of joke that I can be a hoarder because I love so many different things, and too many things spark joy. But again, like remembering why we're doing it and to make it fun. And so for me, it's so that all areas of my life will improve, and so that my husband, even he feels good, because even though, funny enough, we are married, but we have our own bedrooms. We sleep in the same bed every single night, but he has his own room. I have my own room. We both have so much stuff. It would be impossible to be in the same room. And I love it because this is like my own space, and then he has his own space, and it gets, my room is girly, and I have a pink wall, and I have like pink sparkly pillows, and I just love it. And so yeah, but I know that it also will affect his energy. So I'm excited to do that, and it will help me be more organized. It helps me manage my time better because then I'm not looking for things. It saves me money because when I can't find something, I'll just go out and buy it. It's so many different things, but the biggest thing is like clearing out that headspace and being able to have more clarity, because our material realm is a reflection of the internal realm. And so for me, it's like I am in my brain. My friend Michelle always says that I have all these minions running around, and I'm juggling all of these different things. And you can see that in my space. And as much as I love my space, I also am like, if somebody came over, I'd be like, let me clean my room really fast, because I don't want them to see that I have all these little piles of stuff everywhere. So yeah, anyways, now it's on YouTube, so the whole world can see it. Whatever. Peace out, guys. Love you. Again, today, my day one of the 365 challenge, which I'm taking on, is probably one of the hardest things for me. So go me, is keeping a clean room, a clean space. And I'm also committing that when I'm traveling, because I travel all the time, I will keep my hotel rooms clean. And I have to give it up for myself because I just spent 9 days in Japan, and every single day except for one day she was a hot mess. But I kept my room clean, and I would go through stuff every night, and I would prep everything the night before. Shout out to my husband, because I've always been kind of like a procrastinator, leave it to the last minute type of person. But being married to him the last 3 years, he's complete opposite, which is great. Opposites do attract. And he really pushes me to prep the night before and have everything ready the night before. And it does. It helps so much. So I'm going to continue doing that on my travels. And every day I'm just going to add something else in. So if y'all want to come back or need some inspo, please come back. I'll be doing something else tomorrow. And also, one last thing I just want to add is that on social media and just really anything in general in life, it's so easy to like go down rabbit holes, and then you spend so much time like learning things and thinking about things. And I think it's also important that we like go out into the world and take action. And I'm sharing that because I've done that a million times. I love going down rabbit holes and spending like 6 hours doing God knows what, but not really taking any action. So If this is like maybe your third video you've watched or even your first one, like give yourself a time limit and then go out and do some stuff, you know what I mean? Peace out. My Instagram is Lizzie Rich, LAZZYRICH. I guess I could put that in my description, and I should make a description on my YouTube channel. But yeah, if anybody's interested, I'm a dancer, and I post things about dance and fire and entertainment and stilts and mermaiding and all kinds of fun things. But thanks for watching if you watched, and holla for a dollar. Bye!